So when you're dealing with things and they don't work out as planned, or the outcome is not as you intended, and then you get discouraged and you start questioning yourself and wondering what you're doing wrong, why this is happening to you. I've had a lot of those moments, and a lot of times in the midst of the storm, you can't really see the end. You can probably imagine it. You could probably see a glimpse of it, but you don't have this clear picture of what it looks like sometimes. Or maybe you do, and in those challenging times is when your vision becomes blurred and you start doubting everything. And what I've learned in going through my own challenges and asking myself, why is this happening to me? Why is it something that I got to jump through the fire for 10 times over, but other people can just get it just dropped in their lap? Like, why am I always the person with the toughest hill to climb? And I've just been thinking about how things have manifested, where I've been pushed and challenged professionally within my industry, but also physically, with going into my 3rd month of consistently working out and training and taking my fitness journey seriously. I feel like I always get to this point of, you know how you hear people say, well, did you die? And they say it in a joking way, but I'm thinking about it like, okay, God is like, I'm going to bend you over backwards. I'm going to bend you all the way over backwards to the point of mercy. I'm not going to break you, but I'm going to bend you to that point of mercy. And I want you to sit in it. Like Auntie Iyanla would say, I want you to sit in it for a minute so that you can think about how you got to this point and what steps or missteps you made to get you to this point. But then I also want you to dig deep down in your gut and find that mental fortitude so that you can build yourself back up and stand up tall again. So I'm going to shake you a little bit. I'm going to challenge you a little bit. You're going to feel some pains and some burns and some frustrations. But I'm going to give you the tools that you need to build yourself back up so you can stand tall again. And that just literally popped in my head when I was in the shower, and it just stuck with me. It stuck with me, and all the other thoughts in my head disappeared. So it's just amazing how your mindset changes and how mentally and physically strong you become when you embrace the process. It's exciting to get started. You hyped and you excited, and you know that you have to get from A to Z, but that's not going to be a cakewalk. It's not a straight line. It's a bunch of twists and turns and left corners and right corners and shit coming out of left field. And then you get to Z after you do that about 100,000 times. But just because you're in the midst of a challenge, or you're stressing about something at home or at work, or just in your family, struggling internally with yourself, just think about where you are right now in this present moment. And if you're not where you intended to be, start building that bridge. Start preparing to unbend yourself from being bent over backwards so that you can stand tall when you come back up. So everybody goes down. Everybody goes down. Everybody hits the bottom. But it's all about the recovery. It's all about how you come back from that. And a lot of people miss that because people will have one encounter with a roadblock and that's it. I tell my students who take the CPA exam for the first time and they fail, and then they feel like, okay, this is just not for me. What have you done? You haven't really been challenged yet. If you felt like this one exam was enough to defeat you, then you have to go back and rethink your whole study plan. And it starts with your mindset, not any content, not any audit principles, no financial statements. It starts with your mindset. If you get defeated that easily after one take, it's a mental thing. It has nothing to do with your ability to learn, to master the material. It's a mindset thing. And our minds are powerful. There's nobody who can tell you can't do something in a more punitive way than the way you'll say it to yourself. Anybody can say, I don't know if you can do that. I don't think that's a great idea. This, that, and the third. But when you get in your own head, like, why am I even doing this? They already got like 6 or 7 other makeup brands out there. Like, who gonna wear mine? Who gonna see mine? Who gonna pay attention to mine? Or, I don't want to make shirts because everybody is making shirts. What am I gonna put on mine? Or how do I stand out? I don't know if I can do all this. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I'm gonna just go back to my 9 to 5 that stresses me out every day. We are way more punitive and demeaning to ourselves than any external voice can be. So, and I don't have any show notes for this. This is like straight freestyle. So if you are being bent over backwards, if you've been bent over backwards and you're still there, you can build yourself back up. And that process is going to inspire you to stand up taller than you've ever stood before. So, regardless of where you live, where you work, what you do, what color you are, just want to say, stay on the course, keep going. Just like my trainer say in boot camp, keep going, keep riding, keep going. Because you'll bounce back even better than before. So be encouraged, y'all. Expect the challenges, expect the obstacles, and just be ready to deal with them. The ride won't be smooth, but it'll be one hell of a ride. See y'all.